Happy 4th of July, guys, and welcome back to WrestleRant. I'm Graham G.S. Matthews, and every single Tuesday right here on the show, I break down all the content I watch on the WWE Network. Today, we're talking on the 2-year anniversary of the show, The Beast in the East from 2015. So, what was so cool about this show, before we even get into the matches themselves, was the overall feel for the show, the overall atmosphere. The fucking commentary was amazing. So good, the commentary was from Michael Cole and Byron Saxton, that they were trending on Twitter when the show was airing. So the cool thing about this show was that it aired in the U.S. at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I didn't watch it until after it got up, like hours later, but because it aired live from Japan. And up to this point, WWE had yet to do any live special that wasn't a pay-per-view on the network. So it was really cool. They started this trend. They would do it here with the MSG show a couple of months later, and they did it with Roadblock from Canada the following March. And they haven't done one since, nor really should they. They have fucking 2 pay-per-views a month. They don't need stuff like that. I mean, they had the United Kingdom thing, I guess, in the Cruiserweight Classic final. So I'm kind of, I was wrong on that. But still, in terms of this kind of stuff, they've only done 3 of them, from Roadblock to this one to MSG. I talked about the MSG one last week. I wanted to do the Beast in the East special one on the 2-year anniversary on today, considering it's the 4th of July today. So anyway, I love this show. The commentary, that was great. You can obviously tell that Cole and Byron were not being told what to say and what to do by fucking Vince McMahon and their earpiece. I think they did commentary from headquarters, live, like early morning on Saturday on 4th of July, I guess. I'm pretty sure they weren't there, so which was pretty cool. So that's why the commentary was as good as it was. But yeah, again, the overall feel of the show is awesome. Again, the fact that it was live, it aired out early on a Saturday morning, and people could watch it whenever they wanted on the holiday, if you're in the U.S., or if not, it doesn't matter. I thought that was great. So anyway, we'll get into the matches now. We kicked off the show with Chris Jericho versus Neville in an absolutely fantastic match. This was a fucking phenomenal match. The first ever one-on-one televised encounter between the two, and they worked wonderfully together. Neville here looked great. Neville was doing nothing on the main roster for the first 2 years of his career, for the most part, before he, fell upon the cruiserweight stuff. But as a babyface, he was down to death. But here, he had a great showing. Jericho's first match back, televised first match back. I want to say since, when did he leave in 2014? After the Wyatt match in September on Raw? Oh no, after the Orton match at Night of Champions. So this was his first match back on a televised show in almost 9 or 10 months. And he looked great. He was very happy to be back. The crowd loved him, which was really cool. He had an awesome showing. These guys had such stellar chemistry, a great match to kick off the show with one of the best matches of the year. Maybe not top 10, but definitely in the top 25 in my opinion. So I really hope they do a full-fledged feud between these two at some point, because they work really, really well together. So anyway, awesome match. Jericho won. Love the fucking finish. It was Neville going for the Red Arrow, and Neville got it blocked by Jericho. Jericho blocked the Red Arrow. Followed up with the Lion Tamer for the victory. Great win by Jericho. Awesome match. Really enjoyed it. I think it was supposed to be Balor before they changed opponents, and Balor went for the title instead for the NXT Championship. But it was still a great match, and I'm glad we even got that one. They would save Jericho and Balor. They haven't even done it yet on TV, so they're probably saving that on TV for later down the line. After that, a triple threat Divas Championship match between the then defending champion Nikki Bella, Tamina Snuka, and Paige. Not a great match, kind of sloppy at points. The crowd didn't really give a shit, nor should they have. I mean, Nikki Bella was a good heel. Paige was flopping back and forth, and Tamina Snuka fucking sucked. So the match wasn't terrible, but it was below average. Nikki Bella won, as you would expect her to. Just very, very, just not good really at all. And they got a ton of, they didn't get a ton of time. It was 7 minutes, but there was just no story told, quick covers, stuff that it showed no real story. There was no real story told here. Nikki Bella won. That was the only thing worth noting coming out of this. After that, one of the funnest squash matches I've ever seen in my life, with Brock Lesnar beating the shit out of Kofi Kingston for 2.5 minutes. This was fucking awesome. And this was right when New Day was starting to take off. So he didn't bury the New Day, did Brock Lesnar, because I know Xavier Woods came out afterwards, as well as Big E, and he F5'd them both, not at the same time, one after the other. First Woods, and then Big E. But it was great, though. I thought this was awesome. So Kofi sold well for Brock. He kind of dodged some of his big moves, But in the end, he fell victim to Suplex City Bitch, and Brock Lesnar won before laying out, as I said, Xavier and Big E afterwards. So that was fucking great. Crowd loved it. One of the best squash matches I've ever seen in my life. Finn Balor beating Kevin Owens for the NXT Championship. This really should have been the main event. I know they wanted to close out the show like the guys, like Cena and King Barrett. They really came to see King Barrett. Ugh. But this was a just, again, tremendous match. One of the best matches. I don't know if I would put Neville and Jericho in the top 10 of 2015, but I'd put this one up there. One of the best NXT title matches I've ever seen. The atmosphere was great. Finn Balor's homecoming. He was the demon on this show. He, having wrestled in Japan for so many years before coming to WWE. The video package was great, talking about having lost to Owens before, a few months earlier in NXT. Owens being the vicious champion that he was, having beat Sami Zayn, John Cena, and even Finn Balor. And then they start off the match with like the flowers, and Owens tosses the flowers to the ground. It was great. Everything about this, I thought was awesome. The match itself was great. They got 20 minutes. Both of them kicked out of each other's finishers, so it felt suspenseful. And it's like, holy shit, what a great match. And like, you don't know who's really going to win. But in the end, it was Finn Balor. They pulled the trigger in the title win. Finn Balor, the new NXT champion, went for a handshake afterwards from Owens. Owens refused, walked off, and they would have a great rematch in Brooklyn, which I was at, by the way, about a month later in a ladder match, which was also equally great. So again, loved it. I thought this was awesome. So really, really enjoyed this match. The main event, not so much. It got ton of time, 24 fucking minutes for a tag team match that pitted John Cena and Dolph Ziggler against King Barrett and Kane. No chemistry, no sense of story. They just did the match to get the guys on the show. I get that. It was really just a John Cena showcase. Very formulaic match. Nothing exciting about it whatsoever. Cena, Ziggler, Kane, and Barrett was literally the most random main event I have ever seen. Not a bad match. Just I had a hard time caring because Cena had been feuding with Kevin Owens. Ziggler had been feuding with no one at that time. Sheamus, I guess, kind of. Kane had been feuding with Brock Lesnar, I think. I think Brock Lesnar. And Barrett had been feuding with fucking R-Truth. So they were all put in a random-ass main event just to get them on the show. They wanted to have Cena close off, whoop-de-doo. But the real main event was, and Cena and Ziggler won, obviously, so very formulaic match. But the real main event was Balor and Owens. Great match. The overall show, I get 2 thumbs up. I mean, the Divas title match, I didn't really give 2 shits about. And the main event, who gave a fuck? But overall, really good show. The 2 hours just fly by. The opener, tremendous. NXT title match, tremendous. The 2.5 squash match from Lesnar and Kingston, fantastic, terrific, phenomenal, awesome, amazing. Every positive description you can come up with any match is used to describe those 3 matches right there. So I love this show. Really, really enjoyed it. I don't know. Roadblock was pretty damn good. We'll talk about Roadblock next week. It's hard to say whether this one was better than that. I might have to say this one was better. But both were great. So check them out on the network, including this one on the 2-year anniversary of Beast in the East today on 4th of July. Speaking of which, enjoy your Independence Day if you're from the United States. If you're not, if you're from outside America, then just have a great fucking Tuesday. And I hope you are enjoying this video. Be sure to like the video, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, share the video. All that stuff is amazingly appreciated. So as I said, guys, enjoy the rest of your holiday. The Independence Day is always great. For yours truly, have a great day. It's a great day to be great and an awesome day to be you. Not just because you're listening to this video, but because it's Tuesday. It's a terrific Tuesday. Why isn't it, what reason do you not have to be good? What reason do you not have what reason do you have to not be great? I'm fucking rambling at this point. Anyway, I guess the 4th of July food is getting to me. At any rate, guys, check out Beast in the East next Tuesday. We're talking WWE Roadblock, not end of the line, the beginning of the line from March of 2016. Until then, guys, have an awesome holiday. I'm Graham G.S. Matthews, and I'll catch your ass down the American road.